Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm here to give you your new moon solar eclipse forecast. And it is a little hard to talk about the positivity of things when the world is so ugly right now. But I am going to try and get through this. So, if we have an annular solar eclipse and a new moon in Libra, this is going to take place on Saturday, October 14th at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Now, the annular solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun. It does not completely cover the Sun's disk. The moon covers most of the Sun, leaving the outer edges visible as a bright ring or annulus around the darkened moon. This is also called the Ring of Fire. It's actually very beautiful. If you get an opportunity to get out there, please do. Now, this is going to take place in the morning hours. So the partial annular eclipse begins at about 9:23 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So for myself, that would take place about 8:30, 8:23 in the morning. And it's going to peak at about 10:35 a.m. and will last for about 2 minutes and 33 seconds. It's quick. The path of totality for the October 14th eclipse can be viewed across most of the United States from Oregon to Texas. And then it goes to Central America, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, and ends in Brazil. Now, this new moon will be in the diplomatic sign of Libra, and it's usually about balance and harmony. It should all be about that. It's about peace, laws, justice, marriage, love, and affairs of the heart, contracts, and stronger partnerships. This can also represent new beginnings, fresh starts, and creating a balance between our business and personal lives. Now, I come to you tonight. This is a pre record. It is the 12th of October, and the news is hideous. That eclipse happens on the 14th. So these next few days, tomorrow is Friday the 13th. So these next few days are going to be very violent. And if you're sensitive, especially when it comes to children, you don't want to watch the news. Um, I'll discuss this a little more in the broadcast. However, you have to remember that the universal dragon tail in the Libra axis is making some of these energies for the world at large the complete opposite of what it should be. This is not what this energy should be. Um, but anytime you have the tail there, it's the opposite. These energies take on quite the opposite effect, unfortunately. Like I said, Libra is peaceful and diplomatic compared to her brother Mars. But when it is when it is on its tail, it becomes unbalanced, ungrounded, misunderstood, and what was once the law now becomes chaos, disorder, and even violations of constitutional rights. This is globally. It can also signify war. It's best to focus on the personal energy more than the global one. And I do say this, really focus on yourself this solar eclipse. And it is really hard to do with the world at large. And how could someone focus on themselves when children and innocent people are dying on both sides? Okay, Israelis aren't winning. Hamas, the Palestinians aren't winning. Everybody's losing. But this solar eclipse is really about personal empowerment. So get out there and soak up the sun a little bit. Enjoy this new moon. It's going to be beautiful on a personal level. We must always remember that a solar eclipse in Libra is gentle, diplomatic, and therefore it will grace all Libras with opportunities, higher spiritual knowledge, and new beginnings. The energies that will prevail are going to be all about the outward appearance, the soul's purpose, and what you want to achieve in this life cycle. And there may be a peacekeeper that prevails in the next few weeks globally. My Patreons have access to the tarot, and I believe Patreon has a feature where you can go in and watch the first few minutes of it. But yes, someone younger is coming in, I think, to try and create some peace. I don't know who it is. I'm just reading what I see in the stars and what the tarot's telling me. So there's that. Now, souls born with Libra, a strong Libra energy, you're going to feel this the most. This is my same old spiel. So all my sun, moon, ascendants, dragon head and tail in Libra will feel the energy significantly. And Aries too, of course. This energy can make us a bit indecisive and even scattered. Just stay focused and grounded and enjoy the good vibes all around on a personal level. I want you to notice when I'm saying enjoy yourself, I'm meaning it on a personal level. I keep reiterating that because the world is not in a good place. I'm hoping this doesn't happen, but this energy, like I said, is warlike. This, if other countries get involved, that is not good. That is not good. This is usually one of the most beautiful placements for the stars to be. But with this dragon's tail cruising in Libra, we will see more breakups. We'll see more divorces, fighting, good friendships splitting up, and fighting between people as the warlike energy is there with this dragon head in Aries. And with the tail in Libra, it's the opposite of diplomacy and peace. Okay, my magical folk. A Libra solar eclipse, new moons are powerful and a potent time to do spell work for many things. They are the perfect time to work on finding that perfect mate. It is Venus energy. Libra is ruled by Venus, so you can use the Venus energy to find love. It's also creating magic for balance and harmony, love spells and marriage spells too. Many of us will produce excellent mental stimulation, and psychic work will be and can be spot on. I also would do spell work for court and justice issues, since Libra is the justice card, represents Libra in the tarot. Libra is about courts, laws, and justice. And normally I would not suggest this in a new moon phase, but because it is a solar eclipse and a sun energy, if you've ever had your cartography done, your biorhythms done, you could see where your lines are. Your sun line is your health line, your vitality, your success. So any kind of healing rituals for ailments of the kidneys and lower back are best done now. Now, all my Libras and those with an ascendant or dragon's head or tail should do personal spell work for themselves. And this is also for all of us, not just anyone with just Libra energy. Libras especially, but also for us as well. This is like almost like a second birthday wish, especially for Libra. But um, a lot of things can be manifested in this energy. This could be road openers, personal achievements, confidence, or protection. All blessed right now. So happy magic making, everybody. Now, I included in here Libra's forecast only. If you want the full zodiac forecast, you'll have to join Patreon, and there's information there if you'd like to join. But this is the Libra forecast, and this solar eclipse new moon is almost like a second birthday wish for you, Libra. This energy's right on you. This is your first house, the outer appearance and soul's purpose in life. Many Libras will change both spiritually and physically over the next year as the dragon's tail sits on your first house until January 12th, 2025. This is the beginning of something new and exciting, where fresh starts can be made and positive outlooks and energies can prevail. The stars are shining on you, Libra, to make some magic. Make it happen. Good luck, Libra. Happy birthday. All right, so in my last forecast, my full moon in Aries forecast a few weeks ago, I stated that it will be the world at large that will see uprisings, wars, violence, and military presence. And here we are. I said Vladimir Putin will make major headlines by the end of October with his because as this dragon will be hunting for him directly these next 18 months, but especially for the month of October, or the months of October, February, and for the month of August. So 2024. October, it's this 2023 and 2024. These next 2 weeks have this warlike energy, and I posted this back on September 25th of 2023. And here we are. Israel is at war with Hamas. The fighting broke out right on a moonic phase. My Patreons had those dates back in April of 2023. And I'm just going to I posted this for the general public to see. When we have phases, whether they're moonic, Uranic, or Plutonic, depending on certain energies, I give dates for my Patreons, and my Patreons are fully aware of this. There's a zenith of energy, and you're getting the zenith, but the energy takes effect a few days before and a few days after. So usually the 3rd and the 4th is the beginning of it. The intensity is the 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then the 8th, 9th, and even into the 10th, the intensity could dwindle down a little, but bad things can happen. And I do give some examples of that. There is a lot of I'm trying to find the right words here before I read this. There's just a lot of it's religion. I mean, I don't know how else. I said this last time I was on. Religion does nothing except keep you enslaved. Anyway, October 5th, 6th, 7th, moonic phase. This energy always brings USA or Great Britain news. It represents the beginning and endings of portions of our lives, planned and unplanned. This is where, and it's highlighted, family tragedies, forced relocation, and beginnings and endings to war can happen. Weather can turn deadly and destructive, and natural disasters are common, such as hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and volcanoes. Sometimes real estate matters are involved, and moving and relocating are always on the agenda in this energy. There's lots of earth changes and major earthquakes highlighted again. Major earthquakes are going to happen this month, and negative news with Vladimir Putin. So, Afghanistan, 6.3 earthquakes killed 2,445. Now, I just read an article, and I don't know if it's pertaining to this one or the second one that they had on the 9th. They dropped the death toll down. The Taliban dropped it down to 1,000, but I'm not sure which earthquake it was. But they had one that was 6.3 on the 7th, right there in the Munich energy. Another one, 6.3, hits Afghanistan on 10/9, a few days after the Munich energy. Israel-Hamas war breaks out with tragedy all around. That happened about, the 5th or the 6th? So, yeah, there you go. The stars don't lie. And these next few weeks are going to have some ups and downs. The downside is Israel is at war with Hamas and will bring other countries into the situation, including the USA. In war, no one wins, and more will die, especially the children. It's freaking heartbreaking to watch. I can't. I just the beheadings. I mean, oh my God, no, I can't listen anymore. Unfortunately, war is money, and there is no cash value in peace with the sycophants that are running this world. October will be a bad month, and we are only halfway through it. It's only the 12th, and I'm doing this on the 12th, and it's just absolutely freaking awful. I keep reiterating that Putin will make headlines before the month is up. And I mean, this could be him getting involved in something, where our attention right now is drawn over to Israel. So we don't know what's going on in Ukraine. Okay, but he'll make headlines before the month is up. And it may not be with death, but I mean, it could consist of health issues, maybe assassination attempt, or I mean, hell, he may try and set off World War III because there's this hunger inside of him to strike the West and all NATO nations. So he may start creating his own chaos along his borders with Europe. I don't know. Or with us. We're not out of the woods. Just whatever you do, whatever your religious path or lack thereof, per se, not lack thereof, that's not the right choice of words, but whatever your spiritual path is, either, meditate for peace, pray for peace, do a spell for peace, but we need some peace here. The more positive aspect of this solar new moon eclipse is that Libra is not confrontational most of the time. This energy is very peace-loving and harmonious. I am hoping this energy can soothe the waters in the Middle East. One can only hope and pray. Now, before I go on, there's a little astrological pun to what I just said. I said, I am hoping this energy can soothe the waters, not smooth, soothe the waters in the Middle East. The reason I said this is because the Middle East is a Pisces nation. Okay, all three religions were erected from the Middle East. Pisces rules religion, rules water. So there's a little pun there. Now, on a personal level, we will feel the love, the calm, and more grounded than with other eclipses. This is the time to make some plans, set those intentions. Do not travel, though, to the Middle East. I believe flights are being canceled and delayed. But you need to stay out of not just the Middle East, all of that. You need all the surrounding countries, Egypt. I have a funny feeling something's getting ready to happen with Egypt, too. Egypt's going to get involved. This all started. Now, I don't know, I can't speak. Well, I am not of Jewish descent, so I only know what I've learned and educated myself with. But my mother, even though she's Italian, she's had her DNA done, and my mother is of Palestinian descent. So, like I said, no one wins in war, right? No one wins in war. But on a personal level, it is about setting those intentions and feel the full force of this Venus infused new moon eclipse. One thing I also want to add here is that, you know how we make full moon water? Well, this is an eclipse, a solar eclipse in Libra. Make some new moon water. Hell, make it peace water. You can even make sun tea with that Libra energy, but do make some solar eclipse water. Let it sit in the sun, soak in that energy, and you can use it for a multitude of things. You could put it in your little bit in your bath water to it's Libra energy, so this is about self-care as well. This is about harmony, balance, giving yourself peace. There was something else I was going to say about Israel, and I couldn't remember. I remember it was someone was giving me a history lesson, and he's Egyptian, and I have a friend that's in Egypt that does tours. He takes people on tours of the not Gaza, Valley of the Kings, and all those places. Egypt is on my bucket list. But he says to me, "This is England's fault." And I go, "How is it England's fault? Explain that to me." And he goes, "Well, England's always tried to invade the Middle East. That's what what was it? The Crusades were about." Okay. But there was a deal, and England gave back to Egypt the land or something like that. I don't really get into the politics of it, or not the politics, the religious side of it, but it's been going on since the 40s, is my understanding. And I have to say, I grew up hearing about it. You know, there was always issues. There was massacres. Israel was always getting bombed. Um, they do have a right to defend themselves. Israel has absolutely every right to defend themselves, but Israel has not done well by the Palestinians either, and they pretty much are I posted a video of the ambassador to Ireland talking. I just go to my video, it's on my page, and watch it. He pretty much says it. Um, if if the laws that are in Israel were over here, which they once were, I think we know now where Israel's learned about it. Segregation, because there's segregation there, my understanding. There's separate entryways for Palestinians than there are Jewish people. That's freaking horrible. This is their government. When I was complaining the other day, I was not complaining about Jewish people or Muslim people. Um, I was complaining about our governments, ours, theirs. Very hard line right. Um, Very fascist government. And who's suffering? The children. It's the children. And most of the women that are dying in Palestine are women and children. My understanding is that's how it is in Israel too. The fighting are mostly Israeli children and women. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. So yeah, say a prayer for peace. I am wishing all of you a blessed new moon and a solar eclipse, but it is a little hard to be in high spirits when this is happening. So let's hope and pray on a more positive aspect here that the Libra energy that comes in soothes things over just a little. One can only hope, right? I'm wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful new moon. You guys be safe out there, and I will talk soon.